Hey guys, this is Rob Stanson with TISP Research and Development. Um, I just want to touch base with some of you TIs or at I know you're going through a lot of stuff, but especially for the TIs that don't seem to get it or don't seem to feel the effects of things, or even people that are not even TIs and stuff. You got to understand, there's a direct connection to our brain, and it attaches up here, back here. I have sight; I can see everything, and so it connects right here. And then, like the way I see it with my eyes, and with amber glasses. Um, these are amber glasses, freaking extreme. I created and put a pair of these NMs. They're like 190 or all the way up to 20,000 NM, and it's a nice cool blue. And then what it did, it created a mirror in my glasses. I just epoxied them onto the outside. They look different. I mean, I don't know. They look kind of bug-eyed, but it mirrors, you know, and it's beautiful for that. You guys gotta understand. I'm military, prior military, all my life, throughout my, since I was a kid, my family and everything. Uh, you know, Joined the military, and I've been reconnaissance. Did my time and stuff like that. Got what I wanted, and then moved on to, uh, prosperous grass pastures. Um, but within this knowledge of that I have, with things like Murphy's Law, being able to predict what the enemy is going to do ahead of time, and to utilize the knowledge that, you know, to put myself in the enemy's shoes, and to realize what possibilities they have. Because once you get hit with this, your pineal gland opens, and uh, and everything opens up. But that's why they bind you. They mess you up. They blind your third eye. Well, it's probably already blind already because you've been brushing your teeth with fluoride all your life. But me, I always hesitate, never brush my teeth all the time, but I use non-fluoridated toothpaste, and I always wondered why they always recommended brush your teeth for 5 minutes, 3 times a day, just to get that fluoride in there. Because I mean that's what they did with the Jews, you know. They are not just, they pound them with this stuff, and it cuts them off from the connection to the Creator, and the creation, and to even have hope, and to break them down. And we're seeing the same thing today. I mean, it's going on. It's doing it. It's in an individual basis, while you're free, but from being targeted, you're kind of stuck, and maybe you're in the room all the time, getting nowhere, going nowhere, unable to enjoy life, you know, and instead of taking the walk, the TI walk, and being lost, I thought outside the box, top of the box, dig a hole underneath the box, look at the drywall of the box, and the floor of the box, everywhere, and to look at my options. And then I went to my ancestors, because you always go to your elders, and so I went to the ancestors to learn, because this had to have been going on for quite some time. So that's why I found, researched different things, and found out, hey, search for the Holy Grail. You might as well take a path that the Templar did, and I did, because I knew I needed to build armor, and it made sense. So then I started building my armor, and then learning about the metaphysical properties, because this energy, it's what it brings out. It's the same free energy that was brought out back in the ancient times of the gods, and the freaking Egyptians, and all across the board of man's history. The bird people, they're doing it again to this day. But see, you know, man is giving, so much to this beast, the snake, and it's been throughout our history. And see, the thing is that, you know, all it takes is just one person with that type of mind, or a group of people with that type of mind to actually, because it'll tempt you and go. I'll give you everything you want, and you can rule the world, this and that, and here and there, and it'll send you on a path to destroy the world, if you choose power, but this has been going on for quite some time, and of course, United States and other countries, they just here you go, here's some colliders, here's CERN, here's HARP, let's just build that. We'll put harps all over the place, and let's make some portals and this and that here for crossing over, let's do freaking free or solar and freaking turbine freaking power energy, free energy from the wind, and it creates energy in the air. The more energy it's got, the more power it's got. And if man got cut out or man killed itself once again, and and then it would have free energy throughout its whole entire thing, and they can experiment, make new people, do whatever and stuff like that. But this is man's creation of making a god. Um, but the thing is, maybe it could have been passed on. But the thing is that I think throughout time, it was the push to free something that's an entity or something, and the devil pretty much, and to free, whatever, they make all these different scenarios, like the Greeks had, the Romans, the freaking Aztecs and stuff. I think throughout time it was this entity that, or the darkness of something, maybe alien or whatever, that just was getting man to build, to give it a power that it's wanted. It's like a planet had throughout history. I mean, and then people fall for it all the time because the crazy thing is that the creation, always sends this every 2,000 years, I believe. This equinox that comes in, and it's supposed to be a nice big EMP that destroys all technology before man destroys himself, and the stars would have fallen, the drones, you know, and then all the technology we had would be destroyed, and we would have to literally all go bankrupt and start all over again. And that's what it was supposed to do. Um, See, they sprayed all the chemtrails pretty heavily, and you know what? I didn't see anything, so it either blocked out, what was supposed to happen, or the sun went out because I'm telling you, that sun during the equinox, it did not freaking was supposed to like die and then resurrect the third day. That's the whole beginning of Christianity and where it came from. And but the thing is that it didn't go dark for 3 days, so they got ahead of it, and they've been cutting off parables. They've been cutting off freaking things that were supposed to happen, the stars falling, and everything, etc., etc. And they've been blocking out that Luciferian thing. The freaking. I mean, it's just, it's crazy because it's like they hide this stuff and they blind the people with bogus Christianity and this and that and here and there. I believe in it. There's a lot of truth in it, and the parables have come true in my life. I mean, but the things that people get blinded from is that they think put on the armor of God. I mean, that was straightforward. When you get past them, because they block your path, and your true freaking destiny, and then from the truth, and then they make you believe that the armor of God is just is just the word, this and that and here and there. Maybe so, but most things are a hominin. And it was for people that got connected with the third eye, and then they try to block it and say, "Oh, that's the mark of the beast." Well, the reason why they said that is because that right there is when it gets in your pineal gland, and then it sits there. It's the middleman, the third eye, and yeah, it is the beast. It is the mark of the beast, but it's not. It doesn't mean you're damned. It just means that he wants to know what you're up to, and he'll stop you in any way, shape, or form he could. And and see, Christians got this naive thinking, and see, people think that the Bible was supposed to be set Um, and the thing is that the Bible is meant to be changed. It was a warning, but people use it as a gameplay, and everybody and they put it in people's heads. Oh, you can't change the Bible. I mean, it's meant to warn us, and so we can stop what's to happen. I mean, dang, it's just this naive thinking and these false. That's why the Bible says false freaking teachings, false freaking prophets, and false this, false that, and false gods, and it's true. And Book of Enoch, I think that book was, come on, they found that in like 15, 20 years ago, whatever. They said, oh, yeah, oh, we so happen to find this, and it really harps on giving these these demons freaking permission to do what they got to do what they. But if you read it, it repeats itself, and it pulls from the Bible a little, or pulls from other sources of knowledge and stuff, and then it talks about these mountains with stones on it, and this and that, and here and there, and and it's like that's I wouldn't doubt that they put that in there, because this is how they change history. This is how they change people's thinking, and they put things in. They put your thinking in and put on the armor of God. It's for the people to put on the armor of God, because the one source that's supposed to build it and have knowledge is me, obviously, because all of a sudden, because I've gotten around, my connection to the real stars gotten around from these human stars, and human made stars, drones, and see, they were blocking it. They're directly underneath our path, and then and so I've been working since I've aligned my chakras, because my chakras align just like the planets. That's creation, because it's the planets are the create. It's what created this universe. It's what created everything. It gives us our source of power. It gives us our connection of creation and earth and the animals and everything else. All this is worldly. It's just man. And they're steadily pulling us away from creation by taking off where we wear tennis shoes high up to the ground. We don't know how to ground to Mother Earth. And things of this nature is to slowly pull humanity away from creation, and then make it their own, and then get them all knocked off so they're disaligned, and they don't know what's going on, fluoridated, everything blocked from the receptors in their brain, slowing up the blood with the chemtrails and stuff, and then hitting us with radiation and all this other stuff and frequencies, so we're lost. You know what I'm saying? And through my armor that I built is what aligned my chakras, and aligning it aligned me back into my true connection. And this is how I broke everything up. And once you start making on the path to healing your brain, that's what the reverse polarity magnet helmet's for, and it heals your brain. And then you start to realize things, and the lies start coming out. The liars start freaking revealing themselves, and things start changing, and then you start to know the truth, because you got to remember, thoughts betray. And when you're thinking about this, and your mind is like everybody else's, your mind's stuck on, well, that's what the Bible says, or you got to understand that Bible was built for people that were enlightened, and in order to be enlightened is you got to be aligned, or at least believe someone what they're telling you, especially someone that knows what he's talking about, and then have that understanding that your perception is not as clear as you thought it was, and the beliefs that's been going on for decades is actually far from the truth, and these preachers have been leading people over the cliff. You know what I mean? And just things that were entered in the Bible that we're supposed to say and do nothing. This is going to be. I mean, they're going to destroy the world. Chemtrails, dropping the freaking the ice freaking, you know, the ice walls and stuff, and that's our oxygen. The sun creates oxygen, But you know what? What really clouds my mind and makes me wonder, when I stare at the moon, it bounces. Maybe it's a drone using their little third eye to make it look like it's bouncing. But it's just weird during that equinox that it wasn't dark for 3 days. Nothing happened. And they pump all kinds of chemtrails. See, they're cloaking what they're doing above us. You know, and it just comes to believe it and to think that what we were taught was a pile of shit. What we were taught was not for us. It was actually what they were doing, like creating the heavens and this and that and here and there. And if you look up in the sky, you'll start seeing the clouds doing this. Start seeing shapes if you can, and it looks like it just looks so fake. I can see the frequencies flying all over the place and the energies and the different lights. And these chemtrails are just, I can see them flickering in the air, and we're just breathing that shit up. Yeah, guys ought to start not only take Corella, but get yourself a couple bags of true Russian shungite, and then take a straw and then dip it in the shungite, and then 2 drops inside a bottle of water, and because there's radiation, there's barium, that's radiation, and get that in their system. Um, it might be a little drier or drinking than drink another, regular bottle of water, but you'll get that shungite in your system, and it clears you from a lot of radiation, like from the eyes, because I could feel the radiation in the eyes sometimes, and from you being more conductive or more like weaker from the radiation breaking down your system. Drink some of it. But yeah, back to me being a reconnaissance marine. I came to the TI community, and then I try to get them. Hey, you got to listen to someone that has experience in warfare. And they're civilians. I understand, but at least go. Let me give this guy an ear and start listening, and then maybe we can have this guy as a leader, and it can help us in this fight a lot better. No, they didn't like my attitude. I was too aggressive or whatever, but I mean that's what it takes. I mean, the only way to win a war is that all the freaking generals in the past were all aggressive and just like me. But I'm not trying to be this and that and here and there, but I'm trying to lead the community to a better path, but it just seems like everybody rejected it because they kind of fell in for the system. They fall, they let their minds go, and they got someone else in it, just puppeting, with narrow-mindedness, funds going in to organizations that really ain't doing anything. A legal team. I mean, what are they doing? I could tell them exactly where to go, who to go for, and I told you people. I mean, you think this and that and here and there, but no, it's a Trojan horse. These are people that are freaking civilians. They just been lying, Maybe, just some people that know something. Some people that maybe used to do a lot of things with attacking people and then all of a sudden disappeared. It's just, you think all this technology is complicated, but it's not. It's really simple. Frequency turns into energy, which is then a microwave at high speeds through this freaking stuff. And then once you got piggybacking Wi-Fi and dirty energy coming off between your drywalls, your cell phone, the energy that's around, and everything else, it makes us a powerful weapon, and I mean that's all it is, and you direct it, it's just too bad that people that came up with some amazing things, if they were suppressed, they're being used for evil purposes. I mean, you guys got to understand that. And they're depopulating. I mean, you could think that, they put it in your head that I'm an experiment. Oh, yeah, you sure are, right? Trying to kill you, trying to suppress you from your connection because you're awakened, but you can't see your third eye because you're calcified. You see what I'm saying? And that thing with the noise canceling earphones. I mean, I got guys, because the reason why you can't tell if you buy like just one of these things, I mean, these things work because you can't, you do not, you, I mean, imagine, I mean, if noise is constantly going in ears, these are frequencies that they're jamming in both sides of your ear 24/7. And they weaken your system. They're harmonic your brain and weaken it. They got to be shielded by radiation glasses. Those noise canceling or earplugs, regular earplugs, they ain't doing nothing. It can go right through it. Porcelain, when it's porous, goes right through it. And this is the only thing that's ever worked. And I went through a whole thing on this. And those noise canceling ear things, they may seem like they're working, but you got to understand, you're still getting hammered. You may not hear the V2K and this and that, but it's because they line up your eyes. What the heck's that? Oh, they line up your eyes like a CD. See, if you ever noticed or remembered during the beginnings of your targeting where your eyes watered a lot, well, they were searing lineup bars. So when they connect to you, it goes, and literally that third eye is really like is a CD. It's lineup bars, and when some people see the spin, that spin is a CD going, and that's your program. That's your program. That's why you have the same thing going on over and over. Maybe sometimes you don't remember, but if it's repeating itself, then they've got you on a CD to keep you busy and have you targeted while they have time to do things behind the scenes, and they ain't paying attention to you. You're on a program. They got you lined up on a CD. See, I shut that down right away, and that's why radiation glasses so they can't re-sear it, and then heal my eyes with a pair of these that I made. She got these bad boys. I got brass, and they're reverse polarity glasses, and I wear these at night when my eyes need a drain or heal, and it drains, and it's soothing. The magnets soothe it and everything, and I build those too as well if anybody's interested. But the main key ingredient with healing and getting past all this, if you don't want to be tortured anymore, or if you don't want to even deal with this anymore, or actually get your mind back and then get your soul back, and then because you'll find out through this journey that you'll find out that what the truth is, and what the devil lies to you, and then what it tells you. These people tell you because they created your sin. Because it's the sin is in the eye of the beholder. And it's the eye that's behind you, puppeting some people. So if you're thinking you're a sinner, like, oh, I'm a sin, I deserve this, I'm such a piece of shit. No, that's what they're putting in your head. But you can get out of it, and once you reveal that to yourself, then you free your soul and you get it back. But you have to take the steps. Either that or sit there in peril and torment, and at the end, when you die, freaking, your pineal gland and everything else that lights up, when you pass and it puts out that trip that mind goes through, you'll go where your mind is set. That's why I think stay positive throughout the whole way, and with hope and then dreams of ascending and everything else. Because they want to trap you. They want to trick you. They want to get you to freaking get out of something and do what they ask you to do. Because that right there is taking the hand. It's all a trick. It's very elaborate tricks to really get you to freaking, to literally, just nobody gets in. It's a narrow. That's why it said that the gates of heaven are narrow, narrow, and that means we're going to be on the edge to try to get there. Some people may think they're Christians, but they're going the wrong way. They're mind controlled, got the snake tongue and stuff like that. They won't make it. They won't ascend. Because when you die, the beast will be there. And he'll tell you. He'll tell you straight up. That's why you give it all you got. But sitting there and doing nothing is not going to get you anywhere. Even if you say you can't afford it and this and that and here and there, if you work with me, if you're, freaking, helping me or whatever, and this and that and here and there, I'll help you. I'll freaking, you pay me here and there and stuff like that. But just to getting to that level is just, I'm the only one doing this. I got so many things I'm doing. I'm fighting a holy war here, and it's like when people, sit down, roll over, and it's not really helping the whole situation, and we're not helping each other, and it makes us to a point where, just help yourself, and I don't like to think that way. I don't like to be that way, and I'm not like that, and I'm trying to get to the people that have faith, in my ability and my knowledge, and what I could do, and helping them out, But the people I lose, I mean, geez, you can ask me any question. I can help you out and guide you the right way. You got to remember, thoughts betray people. Old thinking is wrong. There's, you have to go through so. Just look down my, on my YouTube list of things, of the different paths and different directions that I went to as far as learning history and learning, freeing my mind as well. And I got them labeled on all there, and they're all open to everybody, and these are clues, and it helped me through my journey. You got to watch what you get on YouTube that you're seeing that just made up a video of technologies and all this crazy stuff. It take you down rabbit holes. Just really get a deep seated root of what's going on by learning your history. Um, I don't know really what else to say and stuff like that, but I'm trying to prepare. Chemtrails are thick as heck in California. Um, I think people are starting to slip a little bit more. I mean, and people, be slow to anger as much as you can. And it's good to probably tell people around you, when they got that snake tongue. It sucks to tiptoe, but you don't have to tiptoe. You just got to be, with pride and keep your head up, and look for them gates, and keep your mindset, resist, refuse, resist, and keep in mind, we're an energy source, we're a spirit source, and 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 we're trying to ascend. That's why it's harder on us. They twist it, saying that they were going to get freaking sinners, but no, the sinners are free. They're good because why? They did what the devil wanted them to. And the ones that are freaking, that are getting tortured and stuff, we are the ones, the good people and stuff. They don't want no good people here. That care and stuff like that. And we're trying to push the truth and help these other people, but they don't want to listen. Frequencies, they rule the world, I guess. But look, keep your eyes on God, and trust that good things will happen. All right, folks. Rob Stanson, TISP Research and Development. Out.